Hey there, friends. Jeff Fritz here, and I'm back with another Ask a Developer series, and we're at Tech Bash, and I'm joined by Alice Brozzi. Alice, it's so good to see you. Thanks so much for joining me. For those folks who don't know who you are, can you give a quick intro?
Sure. My name is Alice Brozzi, and I am primarily a React developer. I live in Lenoir City, Tennessee, which is just outside of Knoxville, and I love coming to speak at conferences.
Let me tell you, there's a great conference in Knoxville called CodeStock that I love speaking at. If no other reason, I mean, I love the community there, but I love the barbecue in Knoxville. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's my excuse for barbecue once a year. But when we're traveling and we're going to conferences like Tech Bash or CodeStock, we have to learn our content as presenters before we go. Do you like going to documentation or blog posts or even seeing videos first to try and get that collection of knowledge that you want to teach?
Yes. So actually, Twitter is usually my go-to.
Really?
For just about anything that I do.
Okay.
It's usually where I keep an eye on what's going on with other people, what's going on with other developers, where the heartbeat seems to be in the community and what's coming and what's not. And then from there, when I'm actually more deeply researching a topic, I usually take to search engines.
Okay.
Especially, usually Google, sometimes others, but just looking for whatever content I've got in order to learn as much as I possibly can about this specific topic.
So at that point, when you hit the search engine, you don't care if it's the product documentation or if it's somebody's blog post. You're looking to get productive with whatever material it is.
Right, and if it is a specific product that has documentation, I'm always going to start with the documentation.
Okay.
But once I have that, that doesn't give you enough to really pull together something specific about a topic.
Sure.
Because all it does is really just give you the specific details, but it doesn't tell the whole story.
Okay.
And that's where seeing what people have done in their blogs really helps.
Okay.
Seeing the real life situations that people have had to go through.
Yes.
And then actually working through projects for demos and trying to figure out how they work usually is finding solutions.
Right. I like seeing in blog posts, particularly when people are saying, it's not just, this worked really well for me, but when they say, you know what, I tried this and it didn't work well, and here's why, right?
Yeah.
So I like being led into why a decision was made. So now, when you do see blog posts in documentation, are there features about that make it more developer friendly to you?
I think having it be very easy to locate what you're looking for. So, good use of terminology, the same things that people use for SEO to really get the full attention of the search engines is usually what makes a good blog post, because it makes it so that if it's really long and you just want to control F your way through the page, and things like that. And then also having actual samples of what's there is also very useful.
Now, I've heard some folks say they like to see sample code. Do you like to be able to download the sample code so you can use it? Or maybe even jump over to a source code repository?
It probably depends on the type of thing it is. If it's a really short snippet, I'd like to be able to copy paste, but I don't really care where it goes. But if it's something much more in depth, or if it's an article that really works you through building a demo, then having a repository or somewhere to see the code all together is very useful, because maybe you copy pasted one line wrong, but you could just copy paste the whole file instead of doing it line by line as it is through the instructions.
Sure. Do you like looking for, I've stumbled onto a couple things when I'm learning a new technology, something that I haven't touched before. Do you like looking for tutorials or how-tos? Or do you tend to stay away from them and go right into documentation and some getting started materials there?
It depends. I'll go for a tutorial if it's something where I'm going to have to do more setup. For instance, I'm giving a talk on Friday about React and writing for React Native, and Electron at the same time. In order to do that, one of the things that I had to do was figure out how to use Android Studio and Visual Studio Code together very well.
Oh, wow.
And so there was a great tutorial that I found for that, and I followed it line by line, and I actually reference it in my talk because I don't want to walk everybody through setting it up when nobody's going to sit in the talk and try to set it up directly.
For sure.
So.
Here's where you can go if you want to reproduce it.
Right.
Well, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Alice, thanks so much for taking a few minutes and talking to me here. This was great. And that's been another Ask a Developer video.